quests between February and June, streaming every Monday because I was only doing the 7 days die on Mondays, right? And so 4 hours every Monday, I got 2 quests done. Terrible. Oops. This needs to be repaired, and so does my axe. But I died like, I think it was like 100 and something times. I killed thousands of enemies, but I died like a few hundred times, which is terrible. I died like 18 times, I think, the first day. Oh, I leveled. Then I died 15 times the next day. Everybody was just like, oh, I can kill you now. Cool, let's go. I'm like, oh. So this time I've been trying not to die, and I've died 4 times. I died the first day before sunset because I had to AFK to go to the bathroom and a zombie climbed a tower to eat me. I couldn't really do much about that. I forgot that I could pause the game. And then I got killed in 2 buildings separately, and I can't remember what the last one I died was, but it would have been just something like simple, silly. I think I almost died jumping because I had a broken leg. It was quite funny. So I was trying to put a point because, let's see. Okay, so far I can say that I wouldn't mind like the engineering one, and I think I've got points in it now. I do not need lockpicking in the forest biome. I can confirm that forest biome you do not need lockpicking, it seems, which is really nice. So that's usually one of the first ones I go to. I thought about getting parkour. I don't usually go for it till later. I did get gunslinger. I got archery to help with those. Run gun could help. Be hit by accuracy and run faster while reloading any ranged weapon. That would help. Oh, that's right. Medium and... Oh, they do have medium armor. I was looking for this. When I read my thing, it said that there was light armor and heavy armor, which has kind of always been a thing. But then I read something said medium armor. I think it was the preacher outfit. And I'm like, there has to be a perk for that. Which one am I wearing? Hold on. Which are you? Your medium armor. That's what I wanted. Medium armor it is. So you've started on the path of moderately armored warrior. Reduce medium armor movement penalty by 15% and stamina penalty by 10%. Reduce durability by 15%. Find more armor in parts and loot. Well, I don't care to find more armor and shit, but that's fine. And have I done any more of these? No. But I'm getting there on a lot of them. What is this? Survived 5 blood moons. Look, we're getting there. I've survived 2 and I haven't died, which I'm very happy about. I don't want to hit that one. I don't want to scoot along here. And I just want to take it down by about 2. See if I can... I don't know. I sort of want to like scrape it down from the top. I'm like a pit miner kind of thing. I kind of like scrape away from like the top surface and then go down. That's how I work away with like underground bases and shit, which is a lot of backfilling using topsoiling and stuff like that later, but it's fine. I can work with that so long as my base doesn't collapse. That's all I care about. Because I want to put my furnace underground for once. Not really my thing. I usually like my stuff to be up high, a lot higher than what I've got. But I wonder if I could take out the square at the back without fucking that up. So, like Mirthless, the streamer I was talking about before, he does like really insane underground builds, and he's got like digging down to a science, right? Like he could aim at the exact part that he wants to dig and dig a straight line for like ages and not fuck up. But I don't spend that much time digging. I do a lot of mining, whether it be like actual like mine for resources, harvesting trees, farming, like harvesting crops and stuff like that. Like I do a lot of that stuff. But mining, I'm never that careful or selective about. Like as soon as I get like a decent pickaxe or something like that, I'll go mining. That looks really unstable. But I prefer to mine with an auger. Also, I'm really wary because every time, at least on my game, whenever I get like a little patch of lag for just a second, I normally get like a horde of zombies. So I'm just a bit wary of that. Place frames to support your storage boxes. Yeah, well, that's what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to at least get this back section down a little bit and then put frames about to this height and then go under it and dig down there, but I don't want to fuck with the front of it just yet. I can work with that from underneath. Because what I thought about doing, I haven't done this on any of my designs yet, and there's not much point on this place. Like, I might replicate this when they release 1.0, maybe. I'll see. I didn't want to do big fancy bases, but what I thought about doing, do you know the planter boxes, right? And you know how you can get like 2 different types and stuff, and they can be all fancy and whatever. So I thought about having like a fence stack of planter boxes out on the outside and going up to the building to like that bottom rung there. So then I've just got like a wall of like plants coming out from my building. I see you, love. See you out there and roaming around. Yeah, anyway, that's what I was kind of thinking about doing. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on experimental building like that because I know that I only have a month with it at most, I believe. That's if Fun Pimp's console releases and everything, timing goes well and they release it on time. But I believe it's supposed to be the 25th of July. They want to release it. So I'm assuming I've got till then. So I don't kind of want to do too many quests. I don't want to kind of progress too far early game stuff or spend too much time building. I am enjoying exploring and kind of, you know, sussing out all the new zombies and stuff like that. Especially that fucking dire wolf. That shit's gonna stay with me for a long time. Sorry, I don't know. The dogs are like one thing, but add in like a zombie fucking wolf, and it's literally the thing of my nightmares. Like I have something that roams around my nightmares that looks like that thing. I don't need to have that added to a game. But I know eventually it will find me, and I won't be looking forward to it. I see. Not like I ran. Oh, when you see it, you've ran. Yeah, I saw it at a distance in the desert, and I had the advantage that I was on a building. So if I wanted to take it on, I could take it on. So I did. But I didn't expect it to plow through the building and up through the ceiling as quickly as it did, which makes me think it's kind of a bit OP. It might be. I don't know. It kind of got stuck in the roof at one point and then just sat there looking at me. And it was really uncomfortable. It was fucking messed up. I had to like sit there and like just confront staring at it for a while because I wouldn't have emotionally been able to deal with it on any other level. I had to just like left it at that. It's just not a good time. But yeah, that was last week. That was like last Wednesday. It was like I was just happy I was on a roof. That's all I could say. It's like I don't care about the birds are fucking quiet too, by the way. I don't know how far you've got out into game and stuff, but for me, I'm used to the birds making an absolute fucking ruckus, and it's great that they've shut them up a bit, except I don't know that they're there until they're actively attacking me. And it's a bit of a problem. I should also put like barbed wire and shit around the place. This is about as far in as I want to start. Let's get... I should have enough for 30 boxes. So what I want to do... I could make them on a half block. Half block wouldn't matter too much unless I want to put lights down here, and I'm probably not going to do that anytime soon. So, let's see. I kind of want a corner cube, I guess. I guess standard cube about there. You're living in the desert. So many birds. Yeah. Look, the deserts do have a fuck ton of birds, and I would like to scooch up to snow. Maybe in the daytime I might go for a scooch. But, my first 7 Days to Die game was in the desert. So I was kind of used to the amount of birds and, you know, the coyotes and all that sort of stuff. Like, that was all normal for me for ages because I had a really long map there. And then what did I do next? I think I tried a forest biome, didn't get very far. Went to snow. Snow was fun. Snow you can see for ages. The only problem is you do have to kind of like huddle around a campfire all night. You do have the mountain lions and you do have the lumberjack guys that are all really difficult, plus occasionally a bear. But the snow was nice. I had a really big place there, and I had probably one of my longest plays, about 1.5 years game on that map. That was great. I explored basically everywhere. I looted almost every single house through through the entire map, I'm just like, I went door to door and looted every single building. I was looking for like, trying to complete all the books before they brought in the magazines. And I just couldn't find the Magnum Enforcer Volume 7. No matter what I did, I couldn't find it. It was infuriating. I spent months looking for it. And we had the burnt area. Burnt area is a tiny house. That was fun, difficult. There was no real problems out there, but building the house was difficult. You brushed your teeth and showered? Nice. Good work, however. It's one less thing to be concerned about seeing your dentist. I might have taken out a support pillar. That's the thing. Yeah. How you doing? I am trying to dig a little hole in this area, and I'm hoping if I leave this built in, not quite like that. I sort of do want this, so I just need to dig it down lower is all, but that's about, hold on, I can get out of here. Yeah, it's about there to, I need to get rid of this bit here. Played a new game. Nice. What'd you play? I was just kind of explaining like where the last few places I've been. The last place I was on was the snow. It was the snow version of the desert base that I had. That was cool. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to bring in a topsoil for this section here. So I understand that even on one square I can get underneath this. That's kind of what I want. So I'm gonna see if I can make topsoil. I know this is gonna be really strange, but I might put maybe, I sort of want the entrance to be on the front, so it's gonna be about there, I guess. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get an entrance on this place where I can go downstairs safely and work on my forge. Because I don't want to attract too much zombie action here. I reckon this little downstairs place, like I'm going to keep digging this out when I get time. But it's almost morning, so I want to head up to snow. Hopefully this place holds up while I'm gone. Let's see, clay. Clay, should be just clay, right? Topsoil. Yeah, hit me up with probably 10. No, don't track it, craft it. Okay, try 10. See how that goes. How long is that? It's like 30 seconds or so. Play Doom. What's that? I played the Doom mod called Ashes, and there's 3 games made for it. It's absolutely free. Doom mod for what game though? Or is that what the game is called? Because I'm confused if it's a Doom type mod for a game. Oh, is the game called Ashes? Is that what it's called? Because I haven't heard of that. But I know how much you enjoy Doom when I play it, so that doesn't surprise me that you enjoyed it. Sounds interesting. Yeah. Wave gets to try like all sorts of games. Usually my Wednesday is like a random game night, and I normally like play a bit of variety then. But I only have like the games that I already own. I don't really get like new games much, so a lot of my stuff's like older stuff, like, you know, Need for Speed Underground 2 or Doom Eternal, or what else have I got? Like, you know when you're trying to remember and you just fucking can't, like Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament's one that I play, like the old Unreal Tournament, and StarCraft, Warcraft, stuff like that. Those are usually what I like throw down for random game night, plus whatever else is flying at the time. Probably go through here. Love Warcraft. Yeah, I played the old Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne when I can. Alright, so I can definitely dig down and under that. That's not too much of a problem. I'm going to leave that looking as it is. I'm going to take my boxes with me. And I'm going to have to sort out some food and ammo and stuff so I can get up into snow. So I can survive up there. Also, I need to make the water thingies. I'm going to junk up my inventory for a second. It's that and something. That and I don't know what. We'll find out. So it's for the old Doom games. And the first game is called Ashes 2063. Then there's sequel Ashes Afterglow. Prequel from a different character called Ashes Hard Reset. That's pretty interesting. No, I haven't heard of that. Um, like I've played the old Dooms and stuff. I just didn't know. I didn't know they had mods and stuff for them. Then again, I'm also a very vanilla gamer, so I don't tend to put mods on much. So I tend not to know when things have it, or I get told a lot of mods existing. And I make 2 of these. Yes. All right. Those are going to be like a minute. I'll wait for those before I like skittle out of here. The favorite Warcraft. Yeah, I used to play it a lot because I didn't ever really invest in new games for a long time. So in my case, what I had, I'm going to put the armor in the. I'm going to try not to sneeze again. Hold on. Because I didn't tend to buy new games for a very, very long time. What I did instead is I played the few games that I had to absolute fucking death for a long time. And Warcraft 3 and Diablo 2 and stuff like that were games that I played the absolute shit out of. StarCraft 2 as well. But yeah, I played them all like just casually for fun, but I just played it so frequently for ages that it was just kind of like, just kind of, I don't know, just jump in, know what you're doing kind of thing. But yeah, I still occasionally throw them into random game night just to have a bit of fun because they're still fun. And most of the times, they're still really well made games. Get you some food before we go up to snow because I'm not going to have food warm enough for you. Well, she's going to freeze up there because I don't have warm stuff. Diablo 4. Yeah, I do. I just did not long ago, I think over summer, we did a big playthrough of Diablo 4 up until, I don't know how much you know, but till Narelle decided to run away with Mephisto and stuff. So that was about where I got up to. And then the game was kind of like, you need to super maximize how your character exists or you can't play the game, basically. Like, you can't actually do well in the game. Why is this one not as empty as the other? Anyway, I'm not really one for super maximizing games. It's not really what I enjoy. So pretty much once it got up to that point, I tried to brute force it with what I had, and basically the game just said nope. So that was it for me. I was not enjoying it. I love Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is my favorite game in existence. And that was a lot for me to just be like, I don't enjoy this. The entire time I played it, all I kept saying was like comparing it to Diablo 2. And my conclusion was, if I love Diablo 2 so much, I might as well fucking play it. So that's what I've been playing on Thursday nights for a while. But to be fair, I have had like a couple of Thursdays off, and my game cycle has been kind of like screwed up for like the last fortnight because 7 days coming out and stuff. So I haven't got to play it for about a month now, but it's in the rotation for Thursdays and shit. So eventually it'll get back in there. But I'm playing Diablo 2 Remastered or Resurrected, whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's Resurrected. I can't. I keep trying to remember all the different things. Like Warcraft is like now reforged, and yeah. Anyway, they've all got special words, but they all start with R, so it's a bit confusing for me. And I've been playing Diablo 2 exactly the same way as how 12-year-old me would have played it when Diablo 2 first came out. The exact same way. So it's been an absolute blast for me because all of the graphics and everything are just beautiful. They're how I remember the game in my mind. But obviously when you play Diablo 2, the older graphics and stuff are not that stunning, right? But that's how I see the game anyway. Just because like younger mind filled in the gaps kind of thing. And I've played the shit out of the game in all kinds of different playthroughs and stuff. So when playing Diablo 2, like, I'm really, like, handicapping my character pretty hard. Like, the first Diablo character I ever played, I played her with, like, my, like, younger OCD, where you know how you get, like, your skill points and stuff, right? You get 5 skill points, but you only get 4 things that you can put those 5 skill points into. So I would put 1 skill point into each column, and then I'd put the extra 1 skill point into the 1 extra slot, and then it would go down until they were all equal. So as you can imagine, she is not very strong. I struggle a lot with fights and stuff, but it's interesting because I have to play it completely different to like how most people do. That would be like, you know, you need to have, was it dexterity and whatever the fuck the other one is, I can't remember off the top of my head. And like you're supposed to put points into that to be a good archer and stuff, but I haven't. They're all over the place. So she's got like a lot of life and a lot of mana, but not a lot of life and not a lot of mana, and she doesn't have dexterity, you know. So she's a mess, realistically, and I have to compensate in so many different ways because she can't wear certain armor and she can't use certain gear. No worries, whatever. And everything I do, I have to accommodate the handicap of skills that she's got. So it's really quite fun. A lot of people that like see me playing obviously misunderstand. Like if they haven't been there for very long, they misunderstand and think that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm actually doing this shit on purpose. And it's fun because as an adult, I'm seeing more of the ramifications of what I didn't understand when I was 12. And then on top of that, I also get the really crazy good graphics of like cinematics and all sorts of stuff where I'm like, what the hell is this creature and stuff like that? And I'll flick it over to like the old world graphics and flick it back. And I'm like, oh, that's what that is, you know. And then there's like subtle little changes about like the in-game music and all sorts of stuff. And I notice it because like I love the game, right? I fucking notice. Oh, I didn't notice you. You blending in real well. Yeah, I don't have stamina to deal with you realistically. But yeah, anyway, I'm having a great time with that. But I'm up to like nightmare difficulty at the moment. And once I get all the way through to hell, then I'm not sure what we'll be playing on Thursdays. I'll find a different game to fill that slot for a while. There's a couple of games that are coming out that I wouldn't mind, like Once Human. Once Human would be cool. I'm not really sure exactly if it's like, I don't think it's zombies, it's not quite demons. Alright mate, let's go batten. Yeah, it's all these like creatures and the fuck is it? I'm trying to think in the middle of it doesn't work. Yeah, hang down there for a second, mate. They're not like mythological creatures or whatever. They're starts with an S. I don't know, sci-fi kind of creatures. I don't know what the word is. I can't remember. I literally cannot remember what the word is, but it starts with an S, and it's kind of like, you know, kind of means sci-fi creatures. I can't remember what it is. You've heard of it. Yeah, it's supposed to be something that like a lot of people want to play and stuff. It looks like it's an okay game. Realistically, when it comes to like open world survivals, there's only really 2 things that are a problem for me. Is one, if I have like no sense of grounding, like this I can figure my way around because there's like landmarks, like I can figure this shit out, right? I get lost really, really easily. Like I don't even need any effort to like get lost. I'll do that on my own, you know. So any game that's like really, really super open world with like a lack of placement and navigation, I'm screwed. I will never find my camp ever again. I will leave in the morning and I will find a new camp somewhere else in the evening. I'm still alive. That's how I play games. That's how I navigate life in general. But yeah, this is why it's a joke, but this is why I don't go far from home, you know. Yeah, there's that, and then there's, what's the other one? So, when crafting's a little bit too complex. Like, I like the fact that crafting for 7 days is a simple, and this is something I really like about it, right? Is I have like a world of different like shapes and stuff, and I can do like crazy, crazy shit with that. And if you get really creative with it, you can paint it and upgrade it and all sorts of shit. And yeah, it's great. But you know, when you get like those really complicated ones like Sons of the Forest and Ark, both of them, I quite like the concept of the games, I really do, but the crafting system just destroys my interest in it. That's the only thing that destroys my interest in it. Sons of the Forest is terrifying. Or the Forest is terrifying in general. I watched my partner play that and I can't. It's like watching a scary movie. I'll be in the corner with a blanket, thank you. But I don't even know why. It's not that scary. It's just I can't deal with it. Ark it's the dinosaur aspect. Like, it's the animals, the dinosaurs coming out of nowhere and just killing me and eating me and stuff. And I already have nightmares with dinosaurs stalking around my yard in my sleep. Like, I don't need that shit in the game. I'm not even exaggerating. That's a legitimate dream. I just have dreams of dinosaurs at my window staring me down. I also have that with aliens from, like, you know, the Alien movies too. You'd think it sounds real interesting until you're actually like face to face with one of these fuckers in the dark, and then it's not that interesting anymore. It's quite horrible. Like, I can handle Sons of Forest. Crafting is weird. Yeah, the crafting side of it just loses me because, like, I like the concept, as I said. I could put this box down, I could put those together, and we have a floor. That's great. But you know, when you get like those really, really flimsy walls that like you can barely line up and put somewhere, and then if you look at them from another angle, they're clearly not like lined up and not like locked together or anything like that. And you know there's a little dinosaur or something gonna squeak its way through that thing, you know. Like, yeah, those ones bother me because I'm like, well, I'm not safe in this place, and I don't enjoy building like that as well. Just fundamentally, I don't. I had that problem with Sunken Land. I like the game. Interesting concept. It was kind of like a post-apocalyptic, no zombies. There was like mutant humans. You were kind of like stuck in like a water world kind of thing where everything had obviously sunken. And it was interesting. You'd go swimming to like scavenge for stuff. And I played through a heap of that. It was an incredibly lonely game though. It really gave like a overwhelming sense of being alone. So I could understand, like, for anybody that's not comfortable with that, for fuck's sake, don't start it. But the building itself, I just never liked the fact that I could never make anything nicer than a rusty shack. Like, even if I wanted to paint it and throw down carpet and rugs and shit, it was never going to be anything more than a whole, like, rusted out building. You know, also the seagulls constantly flying into my building, that was an issue. I would sit in my building. I'd sit in my building on my bed in the game, and a seagull would fly through and I'd like try to kill it. That became a whole thing at one point because they'd just go fucking bonkers. And it didn't matter that there were walls and stuff. They just flew through anyway. So I'd be sitting there minding my own goddamn business, and the next minute there's a seagull in my bedroom. And the worst part was if you killed all the seagulls, the sound effect still existed. It was really fucking amusing because there was no seagulls, but you know, the ambient seagulls above your house still existed. I'm like, I get early access, but this is a bit lol. I'm just gonna get a drink of my coffee just up on this bridge, so I'm a bit further away from that guy. I also gotta know if this is a bomb. I guess it's not. You stay over there, mate. I'm gonna have a bit of my coffee before it gets too hot. I got an iced coffee and a canned iced coffee. It's actually okay. It's just, I don't know how it's going to taste if it warms up. So I want to drink a bit of it. Actually, ugh, that is a bit warmed up. That is not pleasant. Yeah. I'm in the snow biome now. Snow biome is a frigid part of the world that is home to mountain lions that leap towards their prey with jaws and razor-sharp claws ready to tear and slice. Lumberjack zombies also stomp through the thick snow, searching for warmth and living meal, while freezing temperatures force survivors to prepare in order to survive. Yeah, see, I'm curious about up here because we no longer get warm clothes. Also, it says nothing about the bear population, if you notice. So, clothing-wise, they give us these things, and I don't know if that gives me warmth. It doesn't tell me anything about warmth at all. So I'm going to stay on the roads. I know my way through this town. There's a really, really cool, like, what would you call it? Like a tunnel at the top of this that they brought in the last version in 21. And also in 21, fun fact, the mountain lions can jump 3 blocks tall. So that fence there, yeah, they can get over that. Yeah, we found that out when I was making my fortress. That was a not fun day when I was minding my own business and I had a mountain lion jump up on the wall with me. I was rightfully so taunting it. That was my fault. I was like, stab, stab, stab from up on top of this wall. Next minute, the mountain lion's just like, fuck this, I'm coming up there. And then we had a mountain lion up on the wall with me. Also, an ad's about to start again. So you guys have time to get a drink or go to the bathroom or whatever you need to do. I'm sorry they're so long, but they do help me. They help me survive. There's a really cool tunnel up there, out of interest. If anybody gets a chance to come up here, if you find this like really bumpy ramp thing, it goes straight up. There's a tunnel. There's trucks and there's all sorts of shit in there. There's a bit of medicine. There's a lot of zombies though. Heads up on that. Also, this building should have... Underneath that, I believe it's got a armory thing. But I want the books. So the good thing about here, the only problem is if a